Good afternoon. We are live on Zed Cricket. I'll be your host today. My name is James Zimba, and I'm joined here by Mr. Saidi Malama, who is a Zambian cricket legend. He's been around. When you talk of cricket development, obviously, is one name that doesn't miss, eh? So for today, basically, we'll be doing a recap of how Zambian cricket has been in the year 2022. Then from there, obviously, we'll talk about, what the future holds for the Zambian cricket youngsters, senior cricket, junior cricket. We'll discuss all Zambian cricket related topics in general. It will be brief and quick. Mr. Malama, welcome to this interview.
Thank you very much, James Zimba. It's nice of you to meet once again. As you are aware, we always talk about cricket, and our cricket is getting better and better.
Definitely. So without further ado, I think we would like to get into it. Mr. Malama, 2022 was an exciting year for Zambian cricket. We saw a lot of development in terms of the senior league. We had the junior tournaments going on here at Elite. We were aware that a Zimbabwean academy came and was hosted at Elite. We're also interested to know the Yanu Yanu Cricket League that is being played. How are things going so far?
Yeah, let's look at Midlands Cricket Association. We have talked about it and we'll keep talking about it. First of all, we should say that the Zambian cricket, especially Midlands, is very competitive. Very competitive in a reason that there's a challenge where you have professionals and local players embracing, and they're getting guidance in terms of playing skills. Also, it's also they're learning from one another. That's one thing which I think Midlands Cricket Union has brought the cricket to another level. Yeah, coming to the youngsters, I think the youngsters also are grooming. We are grooming youngsters not only at Elite. We are having an academy also at Metropolitan Sports Club. We are seeing the youngsters also being groomed. They are 9, 10 and 13. They're being groomed there. Equally, when we go to other side at Centrals, we have Ishmael also doing a good job there. We have seen youngsters that are being groomed. But end of the day, we are talking of one language. It's the way cricket going. I'm sure you mentioned about it. What the future lies? That's where the question is.
So you've elaborated that MCA, so far they've done a great job. They've put in tremendous work to ensure that there are a couple of international players that have come in to blend in with the local players. Obviously, that has been exciting. Then we move on to what the future holds. You've said there are a lot of youngsters that are actively playing. Here at Elite, you've mentioned of Little Champs Cricket Academy at Metropolitan. You've talked of Alpha Cricket Academy at Central. What then is the future for these kids with regards to Zambian cricket?
Correct. Development lies with the board. When we talk about the board, we are talking about the Zambian Cricket Union Board. Look at it here. If you talk of Midlands, looking at after development, it's not possible. When you look at that Elite running on its own, it's not possible. When you look at Metro, either Central's running on its own, it's not possible. We all depend on individuals coming in and support the developmental program. Even the individuals, they have a limit. You not go once and twice and say, look, we need support for their uniform. Again, you go back, we need support of their tennis shoes. We need support of their equipment. It's limited. Now, where are we looking at? We are looking at our government to say, when is our board coming in? We need Zambia Cricket Union board meetings. For instance, how long has it been out of, the board has been sidelined for how long?
5 years plus.
Almost 5 years plus, and I think it's worrying. Where is it worrying? Our youngsters who are growing, the question is, where are they going without it? Why do we need a board? When we need a board, they're able to look after the developmental program. They are able to run cricket across the country. They're able to invite internationally, not individuals, we're talking about clubs. We are talking about youngsters' exposure going out of the country. And that we are talking about qualification for ICC tournaments, Africa Cup. We have seen a number of teams playing Rwanda. We have seen Namibia playing. We have seen Uganda, Tanzania. You have played Tanzania. You have played Ugandan guys. And look at you today. Your talent is still there and you are a good player. But my question is, without the board, our Zambian cricket is not going to go anywhere. It's very unfortunate. I'm pleading for our government. We are here today, the 1st of January 2023. We request the government to say, we have already started meeting. We have already started talking. So far, we had 2 meetings with National Sports Council. I say thank you very much to the board member, chairman of National Sports Council, who is very inspiring to see Zambia Cricket Board coming into place. And I'm very happy once again to see our honorable minister, who is also looking at cricket to see that cricket board be in place and affiliate to National Sports Council. That's the only way. Once we affiliate to National Sports Council, we are going to see ourselves as Zambia Cricket Union being affiliated. Next step, which is ICC, International Cricket Council, now will be participating globally. We'll be playing any country. We'll be participating any tournament. The future lies for our youngsters.
So just to sum up what you've said, basically you've said individuals cannot do it all. They can only do so much. They are limited as to what they can do in terms of cricket development. Hence, we need the motherboard to come on board to help sustain these programs that are already running. Already people have taken up initiatives. If I got you correctly, they're running developmental programs with limited resources. In a case where the board comes in place, they can be able to help and sustain these programs. You've also talked about the government. What the government has done so far, you've commended. What we need is for them to maybe expedite the process, to make it a little bit faster so that we can get our affiliation back and have ZCU back. Okay, moving on from that, what would be the advice that you would give to the young cricketers, knowing that yes, they haven't been able to participate in international cricket, for them to stay motivated? What is the word to the cricketers out there and the people that love Zambian cricket?
If you go back to the sponsor themselves, the individuals, you see, it's like Jeff, you have a child, you have been coaching him from 8 years, 9, 10, 11. He wants to see also him at least being looked after. You look forward to say he should have his own kit. You look forward to say he's able to buy a drink for himself. It's not possible where you find a child coming, like for instance, let's look at Elite Community Cricket Academy at Africa. Boys are coming as far as Matero. The boys and girls are coming as far as Garden. They walk all the way down, up and down. Now, if Zambia Cricket Board is in place, they have that communication with ICC, where there's some money which come to Zambia Cricket Union for the purpose of cricket development in African continent. So that money helps these boys to get better and aids also provide them transport, equipment and all that. So your question is, without Zambia Cricket Union, it still goes back, James. Individuals, they can do that much. They cannot do beyond that. They can only do the need that much. Look at the facility. Let's look at the facility. This facility here at Olymp Africa, at Elite Cricket Academy, if you ask me, how do we manage to maintain it? It's through individual support. But how much or how long, up to when they'll continue doing that? The government has to speed up until we get the board in place. My appeal to our minister, honorable minister, it's time to get our cricket running, meaning at the highest level, which is the board. Even the senior cricket, James, you're one of the players. Look at the situation we have. How long are you going to play at Metro and Central or at Lotus every day? You're not competing at national level. You're not competing for the global. You're not competing for Africa Cup. You're not competing for World Cup qualifier. One day, you're going to say, I'm giving up. Am I right or wrong?
No, you're right. because obviously international exposure plays a huge part. You cannot keep training minus getting that invite to big tournaments. Obviously, it's what keeps us motivated, it's what keeps us on our toes to continue playing the game. So the key take from what you've said, Mr. Malama, is the government should come on board and help us to get the board in place so that things can go back to running smooth. Am I right?
Very easy. Look at the structure. For those who don't know the structure of Zambian cricket, Zambian cricket structure starts from the development. From development, it goes up to the clubs, which is affiliate. We have Midlands and we have Copper Belt. These affiliate has not much powers, right? They all go up to Zambia Cricket Union. Zambia Cricket Union is a policy making. Once we have the board, that means our Zambian cricket is in safe hands. At the moment, I wouldn't say our Zambian cricket is in the safe hands. Reason why? We don't have the board which make policies, which comes down. It trickles down to Midlands and Copper Belt. Then from Midlands and Copper Belt, again, it trickles down to developmental programs. Boys and girls. You see, that's how it works.
Well explained there, Mr. Malama, obviously with the structure and how the flow of development goes up to ZCU, the policy makers. The cry of every cricketer, every Zambian cricket loving fan is to have the board back. As Mr. Malama has shared with us so passionately, we are requesting to the minister if he can expedite the process, and to everybody that has been supporting, the individuals that have been putting in the work behind, despite not having this financial support, material support, or moral support not coming through. We say, please continue, better days are ahead. Once again, Mr. Malama, thank you for coming through, and thanks to everybody that has been helping take Zambia cricket to the next level.
Thank you so much, James.
You're welcome.
Looking forward to another episode.